I'm so curious because this is such a sweet holiday series you're a part of, Holidazed. How did you become a part of this series?
Yeah, I right before they started doing it, I just finished another series called Christmas at the Golden Dragon. When they were casting, um, it was as nice as it looks. Like our budget was not reflective of what is actually on screen. They had to do a lot of really clever things. And so our showrunner, Gina Matthews, she was phenomenal. She like scoured the Hallmark roster and she kind of handpicked all of us, honestly. So there wasn't really that much of a casting process. She just kind of already knew the people that she wanted to work with. And I know she had like requested a copy of Gold Dragon and I was the guy. So I was obviously very thrilled and then to see everything that it became was even more exciting.
Well, it follows five families in Oak Bay, Oregon. They all live in the same cul-de-sac.
Six families. Six.
Families, excuse me. And I love that this is focused on different ethnicities, different races. I think that's so sweet and such a beautiful exploration for what families need to see as far as representation on their screen. Is that what drew you to be a part of this and partake?
I mean, look, that was a very exciting part of this, and it's just showcasing different types of families, different types of loves, and at the end of the day, showing how similar everyone is despite all of those differences. And I think that was the exciting part is that we have six different families, well, more than six different types of relationships because there's numerous different types of relationships in every family, and yeah, it's all about showing the similarities, right? So like for Hallmark with their core audience, I think this will hopefully hit against it's that love, it's that Hallmark spirit that they know and love, and hopefully this can also bring in some new viewers that might not have known that Hallmark can do such lovely stories like this.
How do they describe Ted and his connection with his family?
Sorry, with his you cut off a little bit
His
there.
family.
With his family. Oh, well, Ted's connection, it's mostly his relationship with his grandma that's the point of contention, right? Like, she's the matriarch of the family. She's literally his boss at the company. He's her favorite son or grandchild. And, there's so much that he kind of puts up on a pedestal with his grandma that he just finds it hard to ever disappoint her. And so it just makes him do things that he probably shouldn't be doing. It makes him make the wrong assumptions. It kind of throws the whole family in a frenzy because they're just so afraid of not only disappointing grandma, but literally killing her with some shocking news or a secret that he's kind of been holding close to his chest for his entire life.
Well, you
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how they painted his relationship with his family. Mom, dad, sister, they all love each other. So they're just afraid of grandma.
You have some incredible co-stars throughout the entire series. Were you looking forward to sharing a scene with someone or someones in particular? Certainly, Lucille Sung is a legend.
Lucille is friggin' phenomenal. She was so fun to work with. I I'll say like, she's getting up there in age and we're all there taking like, making sure she's all right. And there are some scenes where like I literally think she fell asleep. But when her line came, I'm like, wait, should we wake her up? She just like she pops on and she says her lines and it's like spot on. Like, dang, she is a pro. Like she just knows how to be present when she needs to be present. And then when she doesn't, she's just conserving energy. Um, yeah, it was so fun working with Lucille. She's so funny. I feel like everything she said, we were just trying to like contain our laughter because it's just so funny.
I have to ask, you have a gift for comedy, but we've seen you in a lot of sci-fi projects. Is this uh, something now that you're looking forward to expanding your gift for comedy?
I've always wanted to do more comedy, but we didn't have that much comedy in Vancouver, to be honest. And I ended up doing a lot of drama, sci-fi stuff, which is fun too. But yeah, I definitely prefer to do the comedy stuff. So I hope so. That would be great. I just did another rom-com as well. It was an ensemble cast, and my character was like the only one that had no real comedic scenes. It was a very sad story. I'm
So
like,
ironic.
dude, yeah. So I do hope so because I would love to do the comedy stuff. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
This is such a funny and sweet series for you. What are some memorable moments you have on screen, or even if you can't talk about that, can you tell us a little bit about your favorite episodes you worked on?
I mean, I only worked on 3 episodes, but you know what? It was very cool when we got to work with the entire 30, I don't know, 5+ main cast members. Um, which is, like it's such a big number that I'm like, wow, how did they make this possible? So there's one week that we all shot at the same Christmas market. So they scheduled every episode to be present that day. I think they literally ran out of trailers because there's so many of us. We're on Victoria Island and like they rented out everything. It's like, okay, we're gonna do the best we can. But it was such a blast. It was like a party. It was like we were going on a field trip to this like far out of town market. And when we were there, there's just this massive group of us. Of course, like the wedding at the end of the series, that was cool to see everyone there. None of us ever hung out at the trailers. We're just like kind of hanging around all the rooms and stuff. We were loud and probably too boisterous. And I know the ADs were going crazy because they're just trying to like get everything done. But it was such a fun time for us all to just kind of hang out with each other. Yeah, so those will certainly be one of those nice memories. And yeah, I actually love the fact that we didn't get to hang out at the trailers because we all got to be friends. We all got to, I don't know, just get to know each other, and it really became a close family for a show. And that doesn't always happen. And for this one, it's been really nice to, see each other at the TCAs, at Countdown to Christmas. We've been the largest group at these Hallmark events, so that's always been really fun. And even for the premiere, we were trying to get together. Um, Gina, our showrunner, was trying to, host an Italian family dinner to kind of celebrate the thing. But I think too many of us are flying around, unfortunately. But it would have been fun.
This is an
Maybe.
incredible series. What do you think it is about holidays that's going to put people in a holiday mood and really intrigue people and get them to watch this as a time-honored holiday film series?
I think it's because there is something for everyone that they can really relate to. There's a character that represents every type of love, every type of relationship, family. And I think it's so rare for a show to be able to do that. Um, Certainly it's the first Christmas holiday series. Like I just, I'm sure people will have their favorite episodes and stuff, and that's the beauty of it, is that again, it's super diverse. But it's still that thing that you know and love. So I'm excited to see how the reception will be. I think we're all very excited because we're all so proud of how this was and came together.
Well, we've seen you in Nancy Drew. We loved you in Supernatural. And you just have this incredible gift on our screens. We love every time we see you pop up and we're like, oh my gosh, that's Osric. What are some of your favorite projects you've been a part of? Certainly, Supernatural must hold a special place in your heart.
I mean, of course, like that show changed my life for sure. I feel like There's something in every project that I've done that does hold a place in my heart. Like every project I do kind of changes my life in some way, shape, or another, whether it be my approach to how I perform, how I collaborate with other filmmakers, how I see the world, how, like Supernatural literally changed my life in that it kind of brought me from obscurity into the limelight for a little bit. Um, like it's cool to take on different projects. And now that I'm like starting to play adult characters, which is a fun thing for an adult to get to play, I'm like, this is cool. Like on Nancy Drew, I got to play father to a not even like an older teenager, which was like, whoa, that's a big step. This is part of, I guess, growing up. Which I'm very excited to do, play more father roles, maybe grandpa at some point. Um, yeah, no, it's kind of how I track my own life. And I was stuck in high school for honestly way too long, and now I'm like accelerating to college and fatherhood pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm excited for the roles to come.
You do all these wonderful conventions for Supernatural, and it's so special to so many of the fans that you take part in this. What does it mean to you that you've become such an iconic character that lives on and people demand to spend time with you, get to see you, get your autograph?
I honestly, I think it's a testament to the show more than anything. It's been like what, five 5 years since it's been over, 4 years or something. And like we're still setting records at these conventions in terms of like the most attendance, you know, it's wild to see thousands of people show up for a show that's been off the air for so long. And when you go to these conventions, like sometimes you'll see a grandma that we've known for a while, and she'll be there with her daughter, and she'll be there with her daughter, and like we've seen like four generations of family who watch this show all together as like their bonding thing. And it's for a show that's been going on for 15 years, I guess you have the opportunity of doing that. But that it has struck a chord with so many people of all walks of life is it's a pretty cool thing to see.
What's next for you, Osric? What are the projects you've been busy working on?
I've been actually doing a lot of producing. So story development, I've been writing a lot, been working with different writers, and there's a bunch of things that I'm very excited about that I can't say just yet. As I said, I was part of a rom-com. It's kind of an ensemble piece. It's like Asian Love Actually. That was just it was just screening at American Film Market, so hopefully that will be available to people soon. Um, but yeah, I got some projects in my back pocket that I'm excited to share, but I'll hold that for now.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the incredible work you can continue to do on our screens?
I don't know. Well, thank you for taking the time to watch. I know there's so many things that you could be watching and compete, that's competing for our attention these days. So thank you for tuning in and watching our stories. It certainly means a lot, and by doing so, you give us an opportunity to do more. So thank you for taking the time.